Alright, about an hour later, and everything's all plumbed in there now. Welcome to DIY with Herman James. I'm Herman James, and on today's episode, I'll be rescreening my sliding door. I've never done this before. As most videos, this is my first attempt at figuring things out. The previous owners had cut a big square out of the screen door slider for the master bedroom. It looks like they tried to maybe have like a doggy door or something in there because it was a perfectly cut square. Since then, I've done very poor abilities of trying to duct tape on screen fittings into there and try to use like diaper pins, all this kind of stuff to get things on there, and none of it's really worked very well. I still get, gnats coming in every now and then. As I was researching things to buy for this video, turns out they have like mesh screen tape available on Amazon, everywhere else, that would have made what I was trying to do way easier, but of course I didn't know that, so now I do. So what's going to be needed for doing this is obviously the screen and the screen door, both of which are already outside. Measure the screen door to make sure you get the right length and width of the roll you'll get for the screen, but you can always just cut it off to figure it out. This guy here is the roller tool that's supposed to be, sorry, there's a reflection on there, that is supposed to be used to actually get the lighter rubber thingy here, whatever they want to call it, I don't know. Retainer, calling it a retainer. This will push this in to the screen door. You obviously will need a fresh blade to cut the excess screen off. This will use scissors wise to cut this guy off, and this will just be used to help pry up the rubber retainer out of the old one. And if the old one's still in good shape, you don't have to buy new stuff. So we'll find out if I need to return this or not. All of this, including the screen, will be linked in the description below. Let's go check out the screen. I locked the screen from the inside. Got it. That was a nylon mesh on there. This is what I picked up. It's supposed to be able to fit this pretty easy, and it is a little bit thicker of a quality, and it's supposed to be pet resistant. I'll put the link in the description below, so if you want to pick this up as well, see how well this turns out, you can get it yourself as well. I'm just using some painter's tape to hold down the corners while I'm gonna cut and feed things in. Just me, so this will just hold things in place. Alright, so now that I've got the corners held down a little bit here, since I pulled off the other rubber, it's actually in good shape. There's no issues with it. So I'm going to reuse this and save a little bit of money on the new stuff because it fits perfectly fine. It's not weathered, it's not cracked, it's not broken, so why use new if you can keep with this? Now, this tool has a grooved area and a flat one. For this, I'm going to be using the grooved and short pizza cutter strokes to get everything in where it needs to be. I'm going to start at the corner that I don't have taped, pulling everything a little bit tight, but not overly tight, because as you're going to push in the rubber, it's going to pull things taut as well. And anytime I see a little bit of a wave or a wake in here, I can always undo it, tighten it, and put it back down. Well, Turns out the original one was a little too thick and not very malleable, and since this screen door is thicker than the other one, or the screen itself, I'm hoping this pliable, smaller diameter, where are you at? There you are, smaller diameter piece will be able to fit. It's barely smaller, but let's find out. New versus old. So they're not much different, but just a hair. So I'm saying it's gonna work. Alright, about an hour later, and everything's all plumbed in there now. Because of the screen being so thick and the other being so thin, that's why the original rubber didn't do. And trying to get that smashed into here, this very small groove, what took me so long to be able to do. Fortunately, I did buy the other rubber one, which, like I said, is a little bit smaller and more narrow in diameter. So now all I'm gonna do is cut the excess off here with the razor blade. I'm gonna cut on the outside lip here. So I'm gonna try to aim towards the side and angle down inside the groove, but right on top of the rubber. So I'll cut all the excess off completely and be able to situate everything. And then I'll have to unscrew in here a little bit, which will drop the wheels down hopefully, and be able to put this back up a lot easier than I got it out. So let's get to cutting. Well, alright. It's there. It's on. It's done. It's solid. Pretty taut. Not too taut. Now I'm just going to see if I can unscrew these wheels a little bit, sink them in, and put it back up. Let's find out. Well, there you have it. It took me about 3 hours to do that, but I was able to do it. Wasn't too expensive, and really the only reason I did the rescreening is because I can't find the actual size of the screen door for sale anywhere that's in good shape that'll fit my door. So I did this instead. I think it came out pretty good. The windows are tinted, so you know, see a little bit of that, but there's a little bit of frayed piece of screen, but the screen's tight. My biggest issues were definitely getting the wheels off those tracks, because I didn't know that there were screws up in here to unscrew to pull them down. I'll still tighten them up to finish it, but that's it. I'll have all the products and tools used in the description below. Leave me a comment of what you thought I did right, what you thought I did wrong if you've done this before. Race car, I guess motorcycle. If you've done any of this before, let me know. If you have any ideas that you want to see done later on this channel, leave some comments below. If it's your first time watching, please consider subscribing. I think it helps me. I don't know, something about an algorithm, something. But other than that, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to be in your eyes and ears next time.